You're watching the News Channel 15 Highlight Zone with Glenn Marini. Sports coverage you can count on with the Highlight Zone starts now.
We got a lot to prove. We want to improve week to week.
All week, it's just been focus.
We're not taking anybody lightly. They have a lot of athletes on their team.
They're better than anyone that we played so far.
Coming into the night, week 4 of the Highlight Zone is a lot like the final episodes of Breaking Bad. You have no idea how it's going to turn out, but it keeps you on the edge of your seat. There was definitely something cooking tonight out at Dean Gorsuch Field. New Haven and Carroll battling to become the Heisenberg of the NHC. For more, we go to Joe, better call him Saul Whalen, with more. Joe?
Well, Glenn, after tonight, you can start referring to New Haven's Jordan Hogue as Gustavo Frang. He looks unassuming, but you really don't want to mess with what he's got. And Carroll learned that lesson the hard way tonight. New Haven deep frying the Chargers. It's your Highlight Zone game of the week. Both teams looking to go to 4-0 on the young season, and Neon Nation had the silly string ready. The Bulldogs, well, they were just ready. Opening drive ends like this. The pitch to Hogue, and Mr. Fantastic takes it in from 7 yards out. It's 7-zip. But the second quarter, that's where things start to get fun. Tied at 14 with 1:40 to go until the half. Drew Tranquil finding some room, finding a lane, 38 yards, and Carroll goes up 21-14. Ensuing possession for New Haven now, 1:20 to go until they head to the locker room. Van Scheer looking long for Travis Crow, and he is gone. 63 yards to the barn. It's 21 all. 2 seconds until halftime now, so no time left for anything, right? Wrong. Doug Dinan drawn up a buzzer beater special. Chandler Boggs hooks up with Tyler Winklejohn. 65 yards with zeros on the clock. Chargers go into the locker room leading at 28-21 at the break. Move ahead to the fourth now. We're all tied at 35. Hogue on the punt return, and this is where he's the most dangerous. Mr. Fantastic strikes again down the far sideline. 75 yards to the house. New Haven leads at 41-35. The extra point was blocked, but that's okay. Carroll driving for the tie. Boggs looking end zone. Hogue, his second pick of the night. New Haven pulls the upset of the week. 41-35 the final.
It means everything. Everybody's doubting us. All week I'm hearing, Carroll's going to beat you guys. Carroll's going to beat you guys. But no, we came out here, we fought hard, did what we had to do, and came out the W.
I wouldn't trade them for the world, and I just enjoyed, coaching them. They believed in it all week long, even though no one else seemed to be believing in them. We did. We kept telling them we had a good chance to win this football game, and they went out and they got it done.
Carroll is at East Noble next week while New Haven hosts Norwell, and we set it at 6. Glenn, the winner of this one had the inside track to the NHC Championship. New Haven looked like a championship team tonight.
And Jordan Hogue, not in the touchdown business, not in the wins business. He is in the empire business, and business is good. Looking good out of New Haven. Thank you, Joe. Let's stay in the NHC. Speaking of the Heisenberg of the Highlight Zone, how about that guy? Yeah, I've made it to the top on the play-calling board for Homestead as they battle Columbia City. First quarter, though, Columbia City drawing first blood. Drew Odell, the touchdown at 7-zip, and that doesn't make Chad Zolman very happy. Homestead's D tightens up from there. That's Gunnar Goebel with the interception. Ensuing drive, now we're in the second quarter. Logan Ormsby to Austin Kreider. It's a 15-yard score, and that knots the game at 7-all. Still in the second, Ormsby finds Luke Cooper, and he finds his way into the end zone. The 6'4", 230-pound junior with a big 20-yard catch for a touch as Homestead beats Columbia City 20-7. East Noble at DeKalb Knights looking to bounce back after last week's heartbreaker against those Homestead Spartans. Pick it up in the first quarter. Great start for East Noble. Harold Bryce Wolfen. Oh, the kid can run, keeps it himself. 15-yard score, 7-zip Knights. East Noble's defense gets in on the action. Harrison Price looking downfield. It's Knights safety Landon Tackett. And watch Tackett bobbing and weaving, cutting across the field. And 39 yards later, he finds himself in the end zone. It's a pick six. East Noble up 13-zip, and a long night for DeKalb interim head coach Mike DeVos. Brandon Mabel has been doing it the past 2 seasons. He does it again. East Noble rolls DeKalb by a final of 50-7. Down at the Courtyard, Belmont at Norwell. Knights looking for win number 1 on this season, but Belmont, they had other ideas. Early on in the first quarter, Trevor Love with a touchdown. Belmont up 6-zip. Norwell trying to counter with a little bit of that run game as well. Judy, picks up the first down right there for the Knights. A little bit later, they hand it to him on 1st and goal, but he fumbles the ball. Ball back to Belmont, and Jake Ashelman would take, maybe that's some of that Harnish sweet corn they're always talking about down in Ossian. Jake Ashelman would take this one all the way to the house, and Belmont looking good with a win at Norwell, 49-28. Over in Mishawaka, one of the biggest matchups in the entire state tonight. Snyder ranked 1st in 5A, Penn 3rd in 6A. Big play by special teams right here for the Snyder Panthers. That was Jesse Bates with the blocked punt. Panthers get it on the 15, but they would miss the field goal. They were down 10-zip at the half. Third quarter, Penn's Tim Fletcher makes it 17-zip Penn, and it was not Kurt Tittman and the Panthers' night. They were trying to make something happen here, but the Panthers intercepted by Penn. It would lead to Khalil Fleming. He would punch in a touchdown for the Kingsmen, and Snyder suffers a tough defeat at the hands of a really good Penn team. The final in this one, 38-0. Norfolk gave Snyder all it wanted last week. Tonight, the Bruins at Zollner to take on Dwenger. First quarter action, Dwenger already on top. Mike Fiacable rolls right, finds Ryan Sonata. That's a touchdown, and about 4 minutes into the game, it's already 14-zip Dwenger. Second quarter action, Fiacable hitting his favorite receiver. That's Ryan Watercutter for the big gainer. That would set up another Bishop Dwenger score later in the second. 21-zip, Chris Schwarzkopf and company. Northrop trying to come back, but hey, name that fighter. Is it Evan? Is it Landon? No, it's Griffin, the young one. He comes up with the interception. 21-zip Dwenger at the half, and the Saints go on to roll 35-0 over the Bruins. Interesting matchup at Lions Field tonight. Lures at Leo. The Knights coming in 0-3, their worst start since 1965. And you know what? Leo was up 17-7 at half, and they would pour it on. Logan Leiter with the big gainer, and then 2 plays later, Logan Wood with the touchdown run, and the Lions looking pretty good at that point. Quinn Cook trying to get something started for that Knights offense that has struggled at times this year, to Brandon Volmerding, who bombs it to Chance Young. Kyle Lindsey calling up a gutsy play right there. Big first down, but it would be the closest Lures would come to scoring in the second half. Cook intercepted by Jordan Eldridge, and Leo is a winner, 34-7. The Lions praising their offensive line for this victory.
They really counted on us tonight. We felt like we were bigger, stronger, faster than they were, and we just did it.
Well, they brought a lot. I mean, they are, they're experienced group, 5 seniors up front that, physical, like to get after it, and they did that tonight, and, just super proud of their effort.
Good win for Leo. They're at South Adams next week. Lures 0-4. Who would have thunk that? They are 0-4 to start this season. Now, speaking of the Generals, which is who Lures is going to be playing next week, Wayne at Chambers Field to take on Northside. This is a hair-raising game if you're a Redskins fan. They were up 28-6 at the half. Third quarter, though, Wayne blocking the punt. Dontel Parker, Johnny on the spot to scoop in the score. 2-point conversion, no good, but it does cut the lead to 28-12. And Ryan Hall, he's not happy about that. Third quarter, North's Nick Cook. Cook can book the senior pretty quick. Big gain right here, but the drive would end on a missed field goal by the Redskins. Still in the third, Wayne Ball, Northside, they're known for that defense. That's what Coach Hall preaches. He's got to love this. Latavion Guy with the safety taking down Jalen Thomas. It's 30-12 Skins at that point, and that would be the final as the Redskins get back on track with a win at 30-12. Final stop in the SAC, Concordia at Southside. Both the Cadets and Archers coming off their first win of the season. First quarter, it's David Morrison, the Ball State recruit to CJ Morrison. Got dinged up a bit last week against Wayne. He looks pretty good right there. 7-zip Cadets, and Eddie Fields not happy. Second quarter, Morrison doing it again with the big arm. A preseason All-State pick finds Jake Minich. It's 13-zip Cadets. Still second quarter after recovering an onside kick. Morrison to CJ Morrison, making it look easy are the Cadets. 20-0 at that point. Last play of the half, though, it's South getting on the board. Donovan Clark throwing the halfback pass to Todd Harris, but that would be Southside's only score of the game as the Archers fall to the Cadets by a final of 20-7. Well, the NHC is now in the bag, the SAC in the rear view, and that means it's the perfect spot for a timeout. But when we come back, we're going to dive deep into the NECC, Eastside at Busco, plus Angola at Lakeland. Randy Spieth was up at the Swamp for that. We'll also hit up the ACAC conference games, including Adams Central and Garrett. It's all coming up next in your Highlight Zone.